A winter's morning on the Rhine. Shortly before sunrise, this is when the bargeman's day begins.
How long have you lived on the barge?
This one, 15 years. But we lived on the last one for 27 years. The one before that, 3 years. And I grew up on my parents' barge.
Like their parents before them, Richard and Chantal are still keen professional barge people. Loading is always overseen by the keen eye of the captain. Today, it's rapeseed. Tomorrow, it could be scrap metal or fertilizer. Richard accepts all cargoes, but he has had to reduce his tonnage.
We're at 250 tons, when we're usually at 500, 525. But the water level of the Rhine is too low to take on more. Otherwise, we'd be scraping the bottom.
For cleaning the hull, Chantal has some unexpected help today.
It's what you call an eco-friendly power washer. It's cleaning the hull for us, getting rid of the algae. And I think it'll get a real bellyful.
Do you like life on board, Chantal?
Sure. Look at the setting. It's magnificent. Nature, the dark trees through the soft mist, the white sun. It's gorgeous.
A natural border between France and Germany, along 180 kilometers, the Rhine is a backbone of Europe. The two countries have joined forces to protect it, but also control it. Founded in 2012, the launches of the River Brigade bear the flags of both countries.
Ready, impact.
And inspections are carried out in both languages. They check the log to make sure navigation conditions are respected.
We mainly control the documents relative to the boat's safety. Fire extinguishers, life vests, and so on. What are you carrying?
Maize.
Maize, okay. Everything shipshape? Thank you.
The French and German officers make sure that European legislation is applied.
It's much better that we do controls together, rather than having two officers turning up one after the other. Plus, it's more agreeable. I like working with my French colleagues.
Despite the transport of merchandise and industrialization, the Rhine remains fairly unpolluted.
He's a beauty. There you go.
Adrien Vonab is the last professional fisherman still working on the river. This winter, the water has been particularly low and slow-moving. Ideal conditions for net fishing.
This is a large mesh net, so it only keeps the biggest fish. These are adults which have already reproduced 4 or 5 times. That ensures the sustainability of the species. In you get.
Nice catch.
Yeah, it's a good one. I can catch any species. I'm not obliged to sort and throw back 80% of the catch, for example.
Do you manage to sell everything?
The lot.
Adrien says he not only catches fish, but river shanties too.
My muse is right here, the Rhine. She's always been with me. As a kid, I came down to the Rhine. I've always been drawn to her.
With 51 years on Europe's rivers under his belt, Richard the bargeman has seen vast changes in waterway transport, notably the boats, which are bigger and bigger.
A Dutch barge, naturally, out of Rotterdam. 24/7, up and down, up and down. They're programmed like high-speed trains. Fog, pitch black, whatever, they never stop. Whoa, it's cold.
But the barge couple is thinking of quitting the helm, and not without a certain reticence.
We've had a few calls about buying the boat, but she doesn't want to sell anymore, so she hid the sign.
How do you imagine your barge afterwards?
Well, I hope she'll be in good hands, that she'll be spotless like we keep her. We've really looked after her and loved her. But you can't stay on a barge till you're 100.
Bargemen and women might come and go, but the river will slowly and surely continue its course for ages to come.